Hey guys, I'm Dupes here and welcome to another episode of On the Couch Reviews. Today I'll be talking about Oculus. This was actually good. It's been a while since I've seen a good horror movie. Like, last time was Paranormal Activity 3, I think. Anyway, the plot of this movie is a brother and two siblings take a mirror into their old family home in order to videotape it in order to prove that this mirror is actually home of a supernatural evil, and that the death of their parents was not because of their father or because of the brother, but because of this evil mirror. And that's where I'll end spoilers, because this is a good movie and I would highly recommend it. Not to mention the editing is hands down some of the best I have seen in a long time. A very long time. How they edit it, how they shot it is very well done. The fact that they try not to reveal anything until much later is good. It keeps you guessing. It keeps you guessing on what's gonna happen. The scares are genuine because. And this is something I've always had a gripe about with a lot of scary movies, is that they don't build it up. This movie builds it up. This movie builds up the suspense. This movie earns the scares. I'm not saying this is the best scary movie I've seen, and I'm not necessarily saying that the scares in this movie are the best. But compared to some other horror films that I've seen, this is the best I've seen in a while. Because mostly, unfortunately, I haven't seen The Conjuring, and I may take a look at that soon. The acting's good. Karen Gillan as the sister is good. The little brother, I can't remember, I don't know what his name is, or if I did, I probably forgot, have chemistry. They do have chemistry together. Their interactions feel genuine in terms of being brother and sister. Basically what happened is the brother has just been released from a psychiatric penitentiary after 11 years because he had murdered his father, and he and his sister had made a promise that they would try and destroy this mirror. Well, because he was released due to him being deemed sane, he has completely forgotten. He has immediately believed everything that has happened was because of his own psyche, to try and keep himself from believing that he had actually just cold-heartedly murdered his own father. That is not the case. And you kind of feel bad because you know this mirror is obviously evil, and he just doesn't want to believe it. But you know what? And this is one thing I've always hated about certain characters, was how they continue to deny the fact that what is happening is not real, blah blah blah. And they're just being fucking dumbasses and just asking to get killed. Not him. Well, this is not the case, I should say. He tries to deny it, but he has a legitimate good reason. He was actually kind of coerced by the psychiatrist to believe something else. That is what happened. That is what happened with this. And sometimes I wonder, well, again, I'm not going to spoil anything, so I'm not going to say anything, but I will say it does make me question the ethics of any psychiatric facility sometimes. Not my psychiatrist, though. He just listens. But yeah, you understand where he's coming from with when he's trying to tell his sister, look, it's just because I had a mental breakdown, or Dad was a fucking cheater, a liar, and an asshole. That is the only reason why our parents are dead. It has nothing to do with this mirror. While the sister is going, wow, they did a number on you, didn't they? Guess what? Mirror's evil, okay? And I have proof. And there's plausible proof, which also ends up being counteracted. Even though the proof is true, he's able to easily counteract that evidence by stating a lot of other things. Which again is plausible. You don't hate this kid because you understand where he's coming from, for one. The sister is not unlikable, but then you start wondering about how the direction of the movie, when she starts naming off all the murders that the deaths that have happened in the presence of this mirror, because she starts coming off as a little too obsessed. Like, I mean, granted, yeah, she's been holding on to this promise for 11 years, to the point where, yeah, maybe she is a little crazy. Maybe she has become a little insane. But it was worth it. because Karen Gillan, and I like Karen Gillan, Amy Pond is actually one of my favorite companions of the Doctor Who series. I'm sorry, allergies. But yeah, Amy Pond is one of my favorite companions of Doctor Who. So yeah, seeing her in this was nice. And also, I am also dead set convinced if this, and I'll talk about the other direction that this movie could have gone, but this movie could have been a Doctor Who episode. Easily could have been a Doctor Who episode. I am dead set convinced this movie was going to be a Doctor Who episode, because it hit all the right notes in terms of, well, I wouldn't say scares, but creepy factor. It also involved some psychological, not psychological, cerebral thinking in terms of where this path is going. Not to mention a supernatural force that fucks up your mind. I really was half expecting the Doctor to show up. And like I said, I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm going to definitely make this short. The other direction this movie could have gone is a psychological path. Like I said, the brother had just been released from a psychiatric ward. The sister seems like she was going a little insane, but it didn't go down that. And that would have been really cool, is if that was the path that went down, was that the mirror isn't evil. It's just the family is crazy. and not just the siblings, but their parents too, because they also during this movie they also cut to the flashbacks of that lead up to their parents' murder, basically showing the mental degradation of both their parents. One, the mom being played by Katie Sackhoff, Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica, and this is actually the highlight of the movie, are the flashbacks, and I tip my hat off to the child actors playing the younger versions of the siblings, because they did a damn good job. Like, you do not see child actors this good in many movies. I have not seen child actors this good in many movies. I'm glad I did, because, like I said, it's been a while since I've seen child actors. And just like the grown-up versions, the child versions, great chemistry. Fantastic chemistry, actually. Like, I actually would have, I mean, and this is nothing against, this is nothing against the main plot of the movie, but I would rather have seen this just the flashbacks. If the movie was just the flashbacks, and then they made another movie with the grown-up versions, I would have been fine with that. That would have been really cool. But again, like the direction of the movie could have gone psychological. It could have just been the family's fucking insane. That's what it could have been, because let me tell you, when they go crazy, they go crazy. I'm trying to think now. And yeah, that's it, really. That's all I really want to talk about, because I don't want to spoil anything. I really, really don't, because this movie's really good. I mean, like I said, it's not going to be it's not the greatest horror film I've seen. I've seen plenty. But in terms of modern day horror films, this is going to be top 10 in like the last 5 years, well, 5 years or more, top 10 easy right now. Not counting it as a franchise, although this might end up being a franchise. This could easily be a franchise. So with that said, I give Oculus a 7 out of 10. It's good, it's well paced, the acting's good, the chemistry's good, the scares are good. So yeah, now on to trailers. I mostly got I don't really think I've got any new ones. Most of them are ones I've seen before. Yeah, most of them I've seen before. I got Quiet Ones. I got Hercules. I got Purge Anarchy. I've gotta watch the last one first. Godzilla. God, if I keep seeing that every time I go to a movie theater, I might get dried out. Deliver Us from Evil. Alright, now this is something I really need to talk about in terms of any horror film, because this trailer showed stuffed animals getting possessed. Why is it always stuffed animals or dolls? This is my theory. Because if someone decided to possess an action figure, guys could easily just step on it and break it. And for us nerds, we just leave it in the package. They ain't getting out. We're safe. We got no worries about possessed toys. That'd be great. A toy gets possessed and can't even get out of the package. That'd be fantastic. Let's Be Cops. Yeah. Boy, I can't wait for that movie. God. Although it looks alright. And here's something I'm surprised about. Is that I didn't get a Haunted House 2 attached right after this one. I'm surprised I didn't even get a Haunted House 2 attached to this movie at all. Except for that little featurette thing, but that doesn't count. No, I get a new trailer for Brick Mansions, which is out in like 2 weeks. This one, I actually kind of like this trailer more. It was a little more fast-paced and a little more enjoyable to sit through. So yeah. All right. Later this week, I got Transcendence and a Haunted House 2. I'll have a on the couch rewind for Haunted House this week. So until then, bye.